Chapter 9. A Good Idea. "Ben, wait for us!" yelled Annie. Jack and Annie hurried into the woods after Ben Franklin. They found him huddled beneath a tree. "That was an airplane," said Jack. "It won't hurt you, and it won't fall out of the sky." "But why not?" said Ben. Jack only half remembered how planes flew. "Well, it has an engine that pushes it forward," he said. "Then air under the wings help lift it up." "It all works together somehow," said Annie. "Oh my," said Ben. "Does your world have many airplanes?" "Thousands," said Annie. "Huge ones called jets." "And rockets," said Jack. "Some rockets can go all the way to the moon." "Impossible," said Ben. "I can see why that might seem impossible, but these are everyday things to us," said Annie. "We don't even think about them," said Jack. "Your world does not seem real to me," said Ben. "The trees and grass and squirrels are real, but not lines that carry electricity and rockets that go to the moon." He wiped his face with his handkerchief. "I fear there is no place for me here. I am a plain and simple man." "No, you're not. You're a genius," said Annie. "Not here, my dear," Ben said. "My little inventions and experiments are nothing compared to carriages that roar and machines that fly. I believe it is time for me to go home." "Wait, have you made a decision about what you're going to do?" said Jack. "I mean about signing the Constitution?" "No, but it doesn't matter if I sign it or not," said Ben. "We delegates think our ideas are so very important, but now I see they matter little in your world." "That's not true at all," said Annie. "They matter a lot." Ben smiled sadly. "Children, please, lead me to the treehouse," he said. "But," said Annie. "Please," said Ben, "I want to go home." Jack looked at Annie. She nodded. "Okay," said Jack. "Follow us," Annie said gently. She and Jack started leading Ben back through the Frog Creek woods. "Morgan was wrong," Annie whispered to Jack. "She said our everyday wonders would show Ben the way." "I know, they only confuse him," said Jack. He felt terrible. Not only had they failed to change Ben's mind about signing the Constitution, they'd also upset one of the world's greatest heroes. By the time they reached the treehouse, Ben looked pale and weary. "I apologize for being such a bad guest," he said. "You don't have to apologize," said Jack. "We apologize." No, you have only been kind," said Ben. "Wait, Ben," said Annie. "Before you go, there's something you really, really have to see." "What?" Jack whispered to her. "Trust me," Annie whispered. Then she turned to Ben. "I promise you'll like this. It's really great." Ben sighed. "All right, lead me there," he said. "This way," said Annie. Jack and Annie followed Ben through the woods to the sidewalk. As they headed up the street, the air felt hotter and more humid than ever. "Is this place far away?" Ben asked. "No, it's just ahead," said Annie. "See that building?" She pointed to a brick building with tall, paned windows. "Oh, man," whispered Jack. "Brilliant." Annie was taking Ben to the Frog Creek Library. "Don't worry if people stare at you," Annie said to Ben. "We'll tell them you're in rehearsals for a play and you're still wearing your costume." Ben looked puzzled, but he nodded and followed Annie and Jack up the library steps. Jack opened the front door, and they all stepped inside. Ben took a deep breath. The cool air in this room is delightful," he said. "Another invention?" "It is," said Jack. He usually didn't think much about air conditioning, but today it was definitely delightful. "And what a wonderful room," said Ben. The library walls were lined with bookshelves. People of all ages and colors sat in armchairs reading books, magazines, and newspapers. Some were working at computers. "See what you started in Philadelphia?" Annie said. "Now we have free public libraries all over America. Thousands of them. They make a difference to all kinds of people." The librarian looked up from her desk. "Jack and Annie?" she said. "Hi." "Hi, Sandy," they said. "You've brought Ben Franklin," Sandy said, grinning. "What's going on?" "We're in rehearsals for a play," said Jack. We need to look some things up, said Annie, to help our friend play his part. Please, go ahead, said the librarian. What play? Ben whispered. We'll show you, said Annie. She led Ben to a bulletin board announcing community events. Jack pointed to a small theater poster. See? Ben Franklin in Paris, he said. You're famous in history. Actors have played you in musicals, movies, and TV shows. Movies? TV? Said Ben. It's hard to explain, said Annie. Your face is on our $100 bill, said Jack. No, said Ben. Yes, said Jack and Annie together. My goodness, said Ben. That's wonderful. Ben studied the other notices on the bulletin board. They announced church meetings, yard sales, bake sales, a fire station picnic, a 4th of July parade. Open to all, Ben read at the top of the bulletin board. Then he looked around at the library. This place is open to all, too, isn't it? He said. You have a wonderful community here, I can tell. There are lots of communities and libraries like this everywhere, said Annie. And so many children are reading, said Ben. Where did they all learn to read? America has free schools for everyone, said Annie, no matter how poor you are or where you come from. And girls get the same education as boys. At least 12 years for everyone, said Jack. Ben's eyes grew teary. I would have liked that, he said softly. There was so much I wanted to learn. Well, wait till you see this, said Annie. She led Ben to a table. Please sit down. What is this machine? Said Ben. It's called a computer, said Jack.